So this brings us to Liam's favorite part of the month. Let's talk about Goldylocks.
I want to end on Goldylocks, but it's fine. Maybe this will perk me up. Let's talk. I'm into every one of these feuds we're about to talk about. So
first show of the month, Abyss defeats D-Ray 3000 with a Black Hole Slam squash match. Then Goldie looks to shove money down his throat, but Watts makes the save, and Russo's real mad that Watts is there because he told him to stay away.
D-Ray's the best. I like that he annoys Pat Kenny and not Pat Kenny. He annoys Glenn Gilberti. That's fun.
And Scott Hudson is aghast that he can never find the ring.
Gadget man, because he is high.
Scott Hudson's like, the curtains, the lights, it's the same place it's always been.
But to be fair, he does come from different sides of the camera, so maybe he just got turned around. Also, he got used to the one in Florida. Now he's in Nashville. You know.
Russo shouted at Watts backstage. They were in the parking lot. He's like, "You shouldn't. This isn't how you'll handle this. I'll handle this. Give me the money." And he hands back the briefcase of Erik Watts' money, I guess.
Which makes no sense.
I have no idea what this money is or where it's come from.
It's WCW money.
She just took it. Watts keeps it in a briefcase under his bed.
So my favorite bit, there's like one promo. I don't know if it's the first or the second week, but Goldie cuts a promo about and brings up Erik Watts' wife, and I'm like, was he fucking you on TV, with his wife not watching, or watching the show and knowing about it?
Because they were dating up until January.
For a year.
So, is Watts just real quick? He's like, I need a rebound, marry me.
Maybe we did pose the position of there being a throuple in the Erik Watts household, so perhaps they were just cool with it.
But then Goldie went all psycho crazy.
Maybe Erik Watts is ethically non-monogamous.
Good for him.
Which could be the case.
So Goldie walks up while Watts and Russo are shouting at each other, and Goldie just starts hitting Watts. She's
she's so good as a performer, man. Just to jump ahead a little bit, in the Watts Abyss blow off match, her little turns to the camera. They're so good. She's gripping the briefcase with her life and shooing the camera off to start shooting the match again. And just giving the most disgusted look at them. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Goldie walks up and insists Erik should go home to his wife.
Again, proposes a lot of questions.
So Russo was meant to visit Goldie in her office, is what she said. My office. That's how that last segment ends. She's like,
which I think is just under the bleachers.
Yeah, come meet me in her office. Then we cut to a vignette on the next show of Goldie. She's freaking out. It has the timestamp of 3:15 a.m. She's super mad at Russo for not visiting her office. She does not like the...
Vincent?
Vincent. She does not like the slander that Erik Watts is doing, and perhaps the suggestion that she's crazy. She wants Watts' contract. She wants Watts for versus Abyss. Contract versus money.
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's see how this goes.
The following week, Erik Watts sets up a table on the interview set. And he wants Goldie to come and accept the offer together.
I thought he was going to challenge her to an arm wrestling match.
She'd win.
Probably. She would also probably claw his eyes out.
Yeah, she'd find any means to win, but she'd win. She would seduce you. She would, as you said, claw eyes out. She'd kick you in the shins. She'd kick you in the nuts. She'd kick the leg out from under the table. She would do anything to win.
Yeah, good stuff.
So yeah, during the AMW against Abyss and Monty match, Goldylocks was at ringside. Then Scott Hudson found her and dragged her away.
Scott Hudson has been great in this feud too.
Yeah, so then Hudson has Goldie and Watts together. They're shouting. Goldie wants to own Watts. Watts and Abyss brawl. Goldie screams, "Not your money," as she's being dragged away by security. She's like, "Not your money! Not your money!"
Not your money. I do like that this is she gets to do all her character work on the pay-per-view but doesn't get any lick of it on the TV. Yeah,
because Abyss does a couple squashes and she's at ringside, but also she's not doing anything. Actually, no, she's not at ringside for the first one. They show her backstage.
Yeah, she's out there for the D-Ray second match. Which I think I equated in my head as to one match, because I do not remember there being a second one. No, but there was also a D-Ray match on pay-per-view, and then there's a D-Ray match on Impact.
Yeah, there was the gut check match.
No, I'm saying there's two D-Ray Abyss matches.
Oh, yeah.
June 18th on Impact, and also the one on pay-per-view the week before, or 2 weeks before.
D-Ray is just doing his best and getting squashed every time.
I said Impact, I meant the first pay-per-view of the month. Everyone's gonna get in the Discord and be like, "Oh, Liam, you messed up, man. It was actually the first NWA-TNA pay-per-view of the month. It wasn't the first Impact."
Goldie was also at ringside for the Dallas and Abyss versus Styles and D'Lo match. He was clutching her briefcase.
I wonder what's in there.
Money.
I mean, as a shoot.
It's probably still money.
You think they trust her with money?
Yeah, Goldie has 10 grand sitting in a briefcase at ringside.
It would have been a good bit if when Abyss hit Watts with it in the blow off. It like exploded in the money.
And then everyone rushed the ring to get some for themselves.
And Goldie just pulls out a switchblade.
Yeah. Starts cutting people.
Goldie should be given a knife.
Screaming "not your money" at fans while she stabs them.
That is my character suggestion for her continued progression, is that she gets a switchblade.
She has a knife. She is the original knife pervert.
If there's one thing I feel confident in describing Goldylocks as, it is knife pervert. I can just imagine her doing her hidden camera show. And she's like, oh, hey man, could you fill up my tires? Oh cool, yeah, I'll go out there and do it. And then they go out there and she just gets a blade on them and is like, come on, fill it. And they're like, whoa. What? And everyone's like, Goldie, this isn't a prank. This is just assault.
Her entire show is just getting into wacky, whimsical scenarios where she then just pulls a knife on somebody.
Yeah.
She's sitting in there in that phone store and the person won't help them and she just pulls the knife. Will you help me now?
So this is a missed opportunity. They should have redone the first one, right? But with her in full crazy character.
With Abyss standing there.
Yeah, they go into the store and instead of any preamble, she just goes straight into it. And they don't even talk at first. She just goes, there's my phone!
God damn it, Goldie.
Erik and Vince have been calling me non-stop. And this guy's like, it has no missed calls. What's happening?
He blames him.
See, no one respects Goldie's vision. $9.7 million. We make the company. We hire Goldylocks.
She will be the main character.
We've reached this stage now in wrestling where mid and early 2000s acts are getting a second chance. I'm saying someone pick up Goldylocks.
She was just on Slammiversary.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not taking credit for for any of the Slammiversary stuff, but everyone we talked about, anyone we've ever put over got put on that show.
Yeah, she didn't try and stab anybody on Slammiversary, but she was on Slammiversary.
They missed opportunity not to have her do something with Alex Shelley.
So Hudson, last show of the month, has Goldie and Abyss. They talk about how Erik Watts' wife is here. Goldie doesn't plan to give Watts her attention. She insists Watts still loves him and that we'll never see Watts again once she wins his contract.
I was like, man, well, Watts is definitely winning this match.
Well, he didn't. He lost to Abyss.
Georgie was his wife's name.
Yeah, she's at ringside.
Also, fair play to Erik Watts.
He did well for himself?
Yeah, he did well for himself.
Assuming that's his shoot wife and not a worked wife.
I was trying to work that out, but again, I said Georgie Watts is not a worked name. Georgie Watts is a real life name.
It's a person.
Also, Erik Watts definitely has a type.
Yeah, ref is distracted getting rid of a chain, allowing Abyss to hit Watts with the case, but Watts kicks out. Watts then knocked Abyss into Goldie on the apron, hit a chokeslam, but Abyss kicked out. Watts was gonna chokeslam Goldie, but she raked his eyes, and Abyss hit the black hole slam for the win. Abyss choked Watts with the chain. Watts' wife then jumped into the ring, threw a drink on Goldie, climbed on Abyss's back, and saved Erik.
Fair play to Watts' wife. She's like, I'm gonna have to fight Abyss.
And she did. She fought Abyss better than Erik did.
That's a ride or die.
My favorite part of this match was they set up the chair wedged in the corner and it fell out.
Twice.
And Goldie's had to spend 10 minutes trying to put it back.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part is Abyss no-selling Erik while he's trying to do it. I mean, to be fair, that obviously was something that they desperately wanted to get done because Abyss took a hell of a bump through it.
I love the chair in the corner bump. It's one of my favorite bumps.
But, rarely do you see someone continue. Because Abyss took it and then did a biggie spear to the floor. It was crazy.
Abyss rocks.
Abyss rocks. Goldie rocks. I love this pairing. You know what? I don't need James Mitchell to ever come in. Just keep Goldie as Abyss's manager forever.
The sinister minister Goldylocks.
They should have kept them together. Imagine Mitchell and Goldie. That is a pairing that gets Abyss to the main event scene.
So Goldie owns Erik Watts' contract.
Yeah, so I guess this is the last time we'll ever see Erik Watts.
Ever.
That's what Goldie said. I'm going to be really disappointed when Goldie and Erik Watts are gone, actually.
Watts is still around for most of the rest of the year. I can't remember when Goldie leaves.
Well, doesn't she has done the Shelley stuff soon?
Yeah, and she has the Abyss, and she has wearing fur coat Goldie. We still haven't gotten to fur coat Goldie.
Well, she has all the money.
Where she starts being Cruella de Vil.
She has all the money. She should threaten to skin Shark Boy.
It's just like sex. She wants his mask,
but to turn it into a coat.
She wears her Shark Boy coat.
It's in Stardom, how they'll take the mask and they'll put it in the gear.